Just a quick video to show all of the babies that have hatched. My black swallowtail babies. I think I mentioned previously that I raised butterflies just for shits and giggles, keeping them outside. And there's all these little babies, little itty bitty caterpillars all over the place. You see there's that one, and that one, and there's this guy right here, and another one in there, and more of them over here, and there's a bigger one. Where are you? I find them through the camera lens, and it's not as easy as one would think. There it is. There's the bigger one, and another baby back there, and there's more babies on some of these other stems. But yeah, I got all sorts of little babies on this fennel that I plant specifically for the black swallowtail butterflies. And I know I found some larger guys in my flower garden because I had extra dill a couple of years ago, and I just went, why not, and threw some dill in there. They seem to like it. So we've got some that are living in this plant up here, and then we've got more that are living in the dill out by my chaos garden, clutter garden. And it's kind of funny because I'm like looking for whether or not there are babies, and you can tell that there are babies because there's poop on things. Like right there, that's a caterpillar poop. And there's a more liquidy caterpillar poop. Apparently someone had an upset tummy. But yeah, I'm letting them hang out here on my deck. A couple of years ago, I overwintered some in my greenhouse. And the problem with that, I had a really high survival rate, is that when the days start to get longer in Minnesota in the springtime, that's what triggers the black swallowtail caterpillars to hatch out of their little chrysalis. And with the days getting longer, the nights are not warm enough to support them when they hatch out. So I've since decided that I am not overwintering these guys in my greenhouse. They can overwinter on this plant on my deck. There's all sorts of fun places for them to make their little chrysalis. They've got all that grate there, and if they want to, I don't mind if they attach themselves to the sides of my house. I could care less. The more the merrier. So we will have a lot of butterflies in the springtime, because at this point these guys are born so late in the season that when they do get big enough to go into their chrysalis, the shorter days it's just gonna trigger them to kind of start their hibernation phase. They probably won't be big enough for their chrysalis until closer to the end of August, and then they stay in that for about 10 days. So they're just they would hatch out in September. The nights end up getting cooler in September, and it's just not a great habitat for babies, so they They crystallize in late August, early September, and then that's that for them until next spring. So next spring, I'll have a whole bunch of black swallowtail butterflies in my yard. That should be fun. See you later.